Yes, I think the intelligence community's consensus is that Russia continues to try to influence our elections.
I really do not like this guy. This video is brought to you by Extreme Tees. Click on the link below. Make sure you put Kevin in the promo code and you'll get a 20% discount.
Primarily through what we would call malign foreign influence, as opposed to what we saw in 2016, where there was also an effort to target election infrastructure, cyber targeting. We have not seen that second part yet this year or this cycle, but we certainly have seen very active efforts by the Russians to influence our election in 2020 through what I would call more the malign foreign influence side of things. Social media, use of proxies, state media, online journals, et cetera, an effort to both sow divisiveness and discord. And I think the intelligence community has assessed this publicly, to primarily to denigrate Vice President Biden and what the Russians see as kind of an anti-Russian establishment. That's essentially what we're seeing in 2020.
What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. And it appears that Russia's back. Vladimir Putin and the rest of them are back. Now, you would have thought that, the FBI, the people, the upper echelon of the FBI who went with the first Russia collusion hoax and held us up for like 2.5 years and threw out all types of stupid accusations, wasted our time, got caught. You would think that the FBI would learn. And now we have Christopher Wray, the new guy for the job. Now, I don't know who suggested this dude. I don't know what squad he's playing on, but I don't trust him. I smell a big, fat, funky rat. That's what I smell. Because here we are again, talking about stuff that don't matter, stuff that has nothing to do with us as American citizens. He's now bringing up Russia all again, talking about some, our infrastructure, Russia's trying. Now, let me get into this first. First things first, you know why I don't like this guy? It's because this guy has done nothing in the last 2.5, 3 years, ever since we found out that the whole Russia collusion narrative was a hoax. Nothing. All those folks that came through his department, nothing happened to them. Found out they were lying. Nothing happened to him. It seemed like he was constantly trying to defend the behavior of some of those people, where everybody else is going, what? I mean, I'm no judge. I'm no lawyer. I'm no deputy dog. I'm not an investigator. But I can see that those folks lied just like the folks that got locked up for lying. They went, let's get Michael Flynn. Let's get, Papadopoulos. Let's get all of those guys. Let's get, Roger Stone. But people right up under his nose, like nothing. He didn't even come out and say, you know what? We about to pursue this or anything. This dude's sitting back letting, I guess, AG Barr just handle all of it. But all this stuff is taking place right up under his nose. And we see no consequences. All of the stuff we've been seeing going around the United States, where there's riots and all of that stuff. You mean to tell me this man can't track down who's responsible for that money? That's supplying all of that? I ain't seen nothing done on that level. You mean to tell me he can't find out where the pallets of bricks were coming from? Nothing. But yet can send a whole bunch of FBI agents down to check out Bubba Wallace's hoax. This guy is a bum. I don't know who he, snubbed to get in. But this guy, I don't trust him. He's up to no good. I smell a rat. So getting back to this whole Russia narrative. Once again, he's bringing up Russia as if this is new. I mean, all of these years of elections and Russia trying to interfere and, with their influence. Now, all of a sudden, this is a recurring narrative. And I'm thinking, how did it even impact the last one? And why is it only Russia that everybody focuses on? As if China doesn't want let's see, creepy, sleepy, sloppy Joe to win. It's very obvious. When they told Nancy Pelosi that China was hoping the creepy, sleepy, sloppy Joe wins, she downplayed that. I mean, it's not comparable to Russia, who's no threat. Haven't heard nothing about Russia threatening us in quite some time, but yet they're worried about Russia. He's not even bringing up China. Why is he always pitching this is my question. Now, the last time, y'all, they told us that Russia interfered with our election, but they never said how. I mean, I'm talking really how. I'm talking that how where you say, you know what, I can clearly see how votes were changed. Or I can clearly see those ads that they took out on Facebook made a difference. I think that everybody kind of knew how they felt about Hillary Clinton. And it had nothing to do with Russia disinformation. The worst Russian disinformation was from CNN, MSNBC, and the Democrats, who pushed this narrative out there and tried to use the method of McCarthyism. That's right. Deem anybody that supports Trump as a traitor and I guess a puppet for Putin. Because if we call him a traitor and a puppet for Putin, then that means all of y'all who voted for him are also puppets of Putin. So now we a whole bunch of puppet Putins running around, a whole bunch of Putin puppets all over the United States, as if we're not smart enough to tell the difference between a good candidate and a bad candidate. We are only making decisions based off of whether Russia interferes or not, which I find a little strange because see what that does. It allows them to just slap a label on any type of criticism of Joe, any type of campaign attack on Joe, and just say, well, this is Russia disinformation, and you guys are buying into it. Now, you could demonize everybody who supports Trump or everybody who says anything negative about, creepy, sleepy, sloppy, slimy Joe. As if we haven't been observing creep, sleep, slop, slime for a long time with our own eyeballs to come up with our own conclusions about this dude being a horrible candidate. You ain't gotta have Vladimir Putin tell me this dude was not inappropriate around kids and women. You know what told me that? That's what told me that. You know what told me that? When he was going, oh yeah, that's good. I like that right there. When he was caressing all the kids' hair, that's what told me that. Not Russia. You don't have to listen to no Russian disinformation to know that creepy, sleepy, sloppy, slimy is losing it mentally. You know what told me that? These and these. When he gets up there and says, we got to make sure that there are things that are shortages of. And that's not a complete sentence. You mean to tell me Russia did that? Do they have some type of creepy, sleepy, sloppy, slimy puppet? Some artificial robot that they over in Russia, like, what would I do to the Americans? I'm going to make Sleepy, Creepy Joe say something funny. You mean to tell me that's what's tricking us all? See, this is garbage. This right here makes me question this man's motive. When you come out talking about Russia and there's no clear-cut definition of what they're doing, where they're doing it, I still haven't seen the ads that the Russians paid for from Facebook the last time. Can I be the judge of that? Maybe I want to take a look at those ads and say, now, as I watch this ad, I have no idea what the problem is. I mean, they might have been telling the truth. We don't know. See, so when I listen to Chris, who's done nothing, seem like, if anything, he wants to be this neutral guy. He doesn't seem to be fighting to reform the FBI or restore any type of confidence that we have in the FBI. And I think if it wasn't for AG Barr, this dude would have swept it all under the rug and kept it moving. I mean to tell you, like, what's going on? This dude can't do nothing about all those suspicious text messages and emails that just disappeared. Yeah, under the Mueller investigation, none of that stuff. All Lisa Page and what was Lisa? I forget the name. Peter Strzok and I think her name was Lisa Page. Whoever. Anyway, the lovers. Those two. All of those. Things that just disappeared. Nothing. I'm sorry, but I don't have a lot of faith in him, or at this point, the FBI. And I would be concerned concerning anything that they put out until they restore some type of balance, some type of faith in the FBI, or at least show non-bias. Talk to us about China just the same as you're talking about Russia. At least give me some dirty details. Now what he's doing is what the Democrats do, which is try to scare you with no details. Oh man, you know what? Climate change. Look at all these fires. They're starting from climate change. You know why? Nobody's going to say, now that's a big claim, Mr. Creep Sleep Slop. Could you tell us how exactly did climate change start 200 fires almost simultaneously? Oh, well, and now see, there you go. You're asking stuff. You know, I don't like that. I'm going to go take a nap. That's what would happen. They just throw out things. I mean, systemic racism plagues the whole police department. Can you give me some statistics on that? Black men are riding around scared. They got to keep their hands sticking up out of the sunroof the whole time they're driving. They can't even focus on the road. Can't put their hands on the steering wheel because they're going, oh, look, I'm not doing anything. My hands are out of the sunroof. And I'm going, see, y'all go so far over the top, but you never give any details. Anyone who cannot back stuff with some type of rationale, data, facts, give me something I could look at tangibly, and you're telling me just trust you after what they did? Are you kidding me? That's no different than the Democrats telling us, you all got to stay in the house because of COVID-19, and you see them out kicking it. See, these are the type of things that make me lose trust in the establishment. Whose team are you working for, Chris? Not ours, not the American people's. This dude got to go. Now, you've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner. Gizmo coming in here for some reason. I don't know what he just spotted. He running around like he ain't got no sense. You okay? You okay, Giz? He don't like him either. He smells something. You know, they got that dog nose. And then they give you that last breath. It's like, what is that? Why do they do that? I don't know. Anyway, don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, and the notification button. Find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those good things. Links are below this video. Make sure you're still subscribed and that your notifications are set to all. Check out Extreme Tees, my sponsor. Links below this video. If you like something, put Kevin in the promo code. You get a 20% discount. If you want to donate to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, feel free. I appreciate it. And other than that, we'll see y'all next time in Kevin's Corner. Hopefully the next time we talk, this dude would be gone. All right, God bless. Take care.